viewers, you're watching Triple News Recap. I'm Azan Jamir bringing to you the top stories of the week. Let's have a look at the stories that matter to the headlines. Kohima police has arrested a local resident, Kikoto Solo, for his involvement in a series of high-profile burglaries, including the recent theft of nearly ₹1 crore from the Kohima Municipal Council office on June 3. Mizoram and Nagaland continue to have the highest HIV prevalence rate in India, with much higher than the national prevalence rate of 0.20%. US President Donald Trump has announced that America conducted airstrikes on 3 nuclear sites in Iran, namely Fordow, Natanz, and Isfahan. And now the news in details. Kohima police has arrested a local resident, Kikoto Solo, for his involvement in a series of high-profile burglaries, including the recent theft of nearly ₹1 crore from the Kohima Municipal Council office on June 3. The accused has confessed to 11 burglaries across the city since August 2023, with a total estimated loss amounting to ₹1.5 crore. Addressing the media on June 21, additional SP and PRO K. Soriso Quinker informed that a special investigation team was constituted to investigate the KMC case. The team relied on forensic tools, surveillance footage, and intelligence gathering to trace the accused, whose suspicious spending patterns post-heist provided key leads. The burglaries spanned locations including Baptist College, Kohima College, Oriental College, the North Treasury, Nexa Showroom, Toyota Leadership, and several government and private offices. Investigations revealed a clear pattern, and Kikoto's confession helped police link the cases. Efforts are underway to recover the stolen funds, especially the large sum from the KMC. Authorities believe there may be additional unreported incidents connected to the accused. Kohima SP Tisovisi Mehta commanded the investigation team, calling the breakthrough a testament to the intelligence and technical expertise. Siang District Police of Arunachal Pradesh have successfully rescued 2 minor girls aged 15 and 17 who were trafficked from Poling to Raipur, Chhattisgarh under the false pretext of job opportunities. The accused, Mukhaga Aumi, 21 years, from Dimapur, Nagaland, has been arrested for orchestrating the trafficking through deceptive social media interactions. The incident came to light after the father of one of the victims filed a missing person report at Poling police station on June 10. Upon registering the case, the police swiftly converted the investigation into a human trafficking case under 11 sections of the Paradhyanyanya Sanhita 2023. Using technical surveillance, the girls were tracked to Raipur, where they had been abandoned without any employment. The rescue operation, coordinated with Vidhan Sabha Police Station, Raipur, led to their safe recovery on June 15. The girls were temporarily housed at Sakhi Saheli, a government shelter home, before being repatriated to Poling. Investigations revealed that Aumi, working as a cook in Raipur, had targeted the minors via social media, luring them with fake job offers. Officials suspect police links to a larger trafficking racket, and further probes are underway. The successful rescue highlights the growing threat of digital trafficking tactics and the critical role of community vigilance and interstate cooperation in safeguarding vulnerable youth. Mizoram and Nagaland continue to have the highest HIV prevalence rate in India. According to officials, the HIV/AIDS adult 15 to 49 years prevalence rate in these 2 northeastern states is much higher than the national prevalence rate of 2.20%. According to the data of National AIDS Control Organization, HIV/AIDS adult prevalence rate in Nagaland is 1.37% and Mizoram is 2.73%. HIV/AIDS adult prevalence rate in the 2 northeastern states is also much higher than the other 35 states and union territories. As per the NSCO data, the prevalence rate in 4 northeastern states, Manipur with 0.87%, Meghalaya 0.43%, Tripura 0.37%, Arunachal Pradesh 0.25%, is also higher than the national average of 0.20%. Only 2 northeastern states, Assam with 0.13% and Sikkim with 0.11%, have a prevalence rate less than the national average. The Union Home Ministry announced that the population census, India's first since 2011, will be conducted in 2 phases on October 1st, 2026 and March 1st, 2027 respectively. The announcement of Census 2027 clears the path for the women's reservation bill and the controversial delimitation exercise, which has been frozen since 1971 through various constitutional amendments. It also opens up the door to updating the National Population Register, which will be conducted in the first phase of the census along with the housing census. It was cleared by the Cabinet in 2019. The NPR is a register that collects demographic information such as name, date and place of birth, nationality, occupation, address, relationship to the head of the household, marital status and educational qualification of usual citizens. The Women's Reservation Bill, which reserves 1/3 of the seats in the Lok Sabha and the state assemblies for women, can only kick in after a census is conducted, followed by the delimitation exercise. Delimitation is the process of redrawing boundaries of constituencies based on their population. However, the exercise was frozen until 2000 by the 42nd Amendment Act of 1976. In the first phase of the census, also known as the house listing operation, data regarding assets, family income, housing conditions and amenities will be collected. For the first time, respondents including Indian citizens and foreign nationals staying in India will be able to answer the queries from home, as the upcoming census will be India's first digital one. The second phase, population enumeration, will gather demographic, socioeconomic, culture and other personal data about every individual residing in the household. For the first time since independence, caste enumeration will also be part of the census exercise. In April, Union Minister Ashwini Vaishnaw announced that the caste census will also be included in the upcoming national census. U.S. President Donald Trump has announced that America conducted airstrikes on 3 nuclear sites in Iran, namely Fordow, Natanz and Isfahan. This came on a day when Israel's military said that it struck an Iranian nuclear research facility overnight and killed 3 senior Iranian commanders in targeted attacks, while emphasizing it was preparing for the possibility that the war could turn into a lengthy campaign. Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi has warned that U.S. involvement in the ongoing conflict with Israel would be very dangerous for everyone. Meanwhile, the Indian embassy in Iran has said that it will assist nationals of Nepal and Sri Lanka in evacuating from Iran upon request from the respective governments. A flight from Mashhad carrying 290 Indian students, mostly from Jammu and Kashmir, landed at Delhi airport late June 20. It must be reminded that at least 2 people were killed and 4 others injured in a missile attack on a residential building in the center of the Iranian city on Qom on June 21st, according to state media. Meanwhile, in Israel, a multi-story residential building in the city of Holon was reported to be on fire. Since the conflict between the 2 nations began, at least 430 people have been killed in Iran and 24 civilians have been killed in Israel. Well, that's it for this week's news recap. For more news like this, you stay connected to Global Window. Good night.